Life after campus is really interesting, but my biggest shock was we always assume that after campus we've learned everything. The 3 years we've been at campus, we know it all, but the real learning starts after campus. That's when you know that I entirely know nothing of what I'm supposed to be doing in the field outside. You meet people and people are telling you you're supposed to be, applying for jobs. You always thought it's just writing an application letter. You find out it's totally different. So learning starts immediately after campus.
They told us that campus life is freedom, but they forgot to tell us that it's full of pressure and confusion. We are not ready for the world that is already prepared for us. Campus life, sometimes we see it as something simple, just going to campus and that is it, but there is a lot more within that period of time. And when we graduate, we think that we are done, but after graduation, that is when the real thing starts. Hello, my beautiful people. Hope you're doing well. It's your girl, Becky Wenz Nasuna, your host for Define Your Show. And today we are coming with the first episode of season 2, which is called The People's Voice. In this season, we believe that every story deserves a hear. Every story deserves to be heard. So we are giving platform to every story out there. Today's conversation is to every campuser who thinks that life automatically makes sense immediately after graduation. We are here to explain more and elaborate about it. And today I'm here with a group of people. They have been at campus and they have their own experiences that they have come to share with us today. Allow me to pass a microphone to them so that they can introduce themselves.
My name is Barbara Tumuhaire, and I'm very happy and glad to be on this Define You show. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Makanga Christopher and I'm a computer scientist. So happy to be here with you on Define You show.
Hi everyone, my name is Jen Mutusi. Happy to be here. I'm a businesswoman.
Hope you've heard their introductions. We have a lawyer, a computer scientist, then you have also a businesswoman in our midst. So guys, these people, they are going to give me some money after here. Okay, like as we dig into the conversation, today we're going to talk about campus life specifically. Like, people think immediately after graduation, life should make sense. I should have, my own house. I should have a car and a lot more. So I want us to give light to people's mindset. Like, what is it? Like, what is in the field? What is on the ground? So I want to start with a question that will go to whoever thinks that they are ready to answer it. The question is, what was your biggest shock after graduating?
After graduation, actually the shocks were so many.
Give us the biggest.
Yeah, the biggest shock here was the employment world. Now, transitioning to the employment world was the biggest shock for me because, back at campus, there is a lot of room for trial and error. Professors are guiding you here and there. Like, you have your own schedule and deadlines are not strict. In the corporate world, there is a lot of, it's result oriented. You're expected to perform, and then even performance is measured. The KPIs and all of those things, there is no room for error because money has to be made. That was the biggest shock, to transition from campus to the corporate world. It was so beyond me.
Chris, do you have anything to add on that?
Yeah, so life after campus is really interesting, but my biggest shock was we always assume that after campus we've learned everything. The 3 years we've been at campus, we know it all, but the real learning starts after campus. That's when you know that I entirely know nothing of what I'm supposed to be doing in the field outside. You meet people and people are telling you you're supposed to be, applying for jobs, you always thought it's just writing an application letter. You find out it's totally different. So learning starts immediately after campus.
No, that is true. Because when you talk about the application later, I also thought that, like in my secondary, like 2 is how to write letters, application letters, what and what. But a letter that applies for a job, the CVs. It's a whole new show. Yeah, Miss Jane, anything to add on that?
Yeah. So for me, my biggest shock was not on job. Okay, it was, but also from the start here, after exams, you realize now you begin to stay alone. I was used of this life every time, break time, morning, we are in groups, lunch, we go in a group. So my biggest shock was starting life alone, and I realized it is very okay. It wasn't okay, but I had to get used of being alone, making decisions alone, not hoping for someone will check on me. That life went away, and I began a one person's life. So that was my biggest shock, because even at first I thought maybe these people are not minding about us, but I realized with time, this is a new life, a new journey, a new level. Now I must get used to.
Yeah, must walk.
Yes, alone.
Okay, wow, it is really not something easy. Like, you have anything to add?
Yeah. Another shock from campus to corporate world, it was the fact that you have to look after yourself now. You know, at uni, parents are sending you money whenever you're broke. You just have to text, and money comes. Siblings are giving you here and there to supplement, and then also some friends, you know. But after that, it's like everyone is on their own. You have to pay your own rent. Now bills come.
No one is coming.
No one warned us that we shall begin to pay bills like immediately after, and somehow parents let you go. It's like they're holding you, and then they remove the ladder. So you're like on your own. Rent is on you, food is on you, transport, medical bills. It was a very big shock, but I had to pay bills.
Yeah, but you had to walk the journey.
Yes.
Until here you are
but
now.
I am now.
Wow,
It was another big shock.
Yeah, it was. And also, there is this kind of pressure in campus. There is this need to fit in, the need to follow the trend, the need for the lifestyle at campus. At any point, did it change? Like, this question goes to you, Madam Jane. Like, at any point, did it change the way you lived just because you want to belong, and it changed all your personality, like your character, your value, because you want to fit in the trend?
Okay. What I can talk about that, for me, I did not fit in any group. So what I did, it was to set my standard. I worked on my values I was a Christian. Even when I joined campus, already some people had lectured me about what campus is. I was joining Makere, and people gave us stories about Makere, how girls behave at Makere. But I knew when I was joining Makere, I knew how to behave, and with time the right people got attracted to me. Yes. First year, you be alone if you're not ready to fall in a wrong group. Be alone in the first semester. Then second semester or second year, the right people were already around me. Because by the time you're ending first year, you already know this group loves this. This group of slayers. These people are good at presentation. So you choose where you belong or where your values puts you.
Okay. Yes. So you stick to the values.
Yes, I stood on my values until I finished.
Wow.
Yes.
You deserve a clap,
Yes.
because like that is really hard. Barbara, how was it for you?
Now, falling into cliques and all, I saw that trend was common at campus. People would identify with those they knew, and some people, of course, from work, they had their groups and cliques and things they would do. So me, I had gotten enough warning from my parents. They had told me this, told me that. Campus people get spoiled. So I washed my back so much. I really washed my back. I made sure I observed people in class, and I made sure my first friends were people I was studying with, because now you know that if maybe you can make a discussion group, you know how to spend your time with them. And then lucky for me, my first friends from I met them from the lecture room while doing the same course, so I stuck with those. And good enough, they were Christians already.
Wow.
So we used to go for Christian events together. We used to go for picnics and sleepovers together, and we stuck together with those throughout the end. But still, that's a common trend for people to find others at campus, and then they end up joining cliques or gangs, and sometimes people maybe make wrong choices because birds of a feather flock together. So it is true that the people you team up with, they influence, they determine your life after that, how you spend your time on campus.
Wow. And Chris,
Yeah.
I see you have a burning story.
Yeah, I have a burning one.
Okay.
So unlike my friends here, well, I was also advised by my parents and my siblings that are much older than me about campus. But at some point, I think the wind just blew the advice. So getting to campus, I was, I of course I was born again. Now I get into campus as an evening student, and you know, most of the evening students are working class. So I get into my discussion group. So the discussion group are always your closest friends. They are working class people that are far richer than me, but they were all not born again. So now I'm with these people, and we start spending time with them because, you know, coming to class you're with them, after class you're with them, during work you're talking and spending time. Now, I remember the day I realized that now I had been compromised. My values had been compromised. I'd never stepped in a bar, a club actually. So this one day we go for a paper. It was a hard one, but we aced it. So we came back knowing we had aced that paper. And at around 11 p.m., my friends call me. They're like, Chris, you know, we need to go out. We need to celebrate this victory. So I'm like, yeah, we need to. Now, they called me. They're like, come to Acacia. I thought we were going to watch a movie or something. And reaching there, they were like, you know what, you are going to La Terraza. And we are spending the night in La Terraza. So I reached La Terraza. It was a lot happened.
You didn't know what it meant.
I didn't even know.
It just followed.
Yeah, I just followed them. And another point that really showed me that I'd been compromised, I met another friend of mine, same class, but from a different group. So he's like, I said something and he's like, wow, I didn't know you pastors could also say such things. I knew I'd been compromised. So life at campus, there'll always be compromises. Yeah.
I guess, like, back to the person who is watching us right now, I liked what Jen told us in the first place. She said that she's stuck like to her values. What are your values? At first, point them out. Know your do's and your don'ts before you jump to any trend, before you do anything. Know where you stand. And I'm back again to another question. So, sometimes, okay, there is that saying in Uganda, it's say like mbulia goita naye kubulira empisa ze, you know. So do you think that at campus, like, chili necessary for you to make like a specific group of people, like, to be your friends, like, no longer no gamba, these people should be my friends, or these people should not be my friends? Is it necessary at campus? Or you just genana chili wo, no? Chris,
Yeah.
do the honors.
Yeah, actually, after I'd been compromised, it took a prophet speaking to me, and he told me, be careful of your company. So he told me that. I started looking through my life, and I knew I had been compromised. I knew my values had been compromised. From that moment, I knew I had to select among my friends. These were my discussion group members, and I knew I had to limit that to discussions, academics. But I knew I had to build another company, a group of people that I'm going to build life with, other than academics. So I had to choose among my friends. And from that moment, I carefully selected my friends. And those that I selected, I made sure I influence them, not them influencing me. So it was important to me that I restore my values that I had already lost. So yeah, it's important to choose who becomes your friend and choose them wisely and make sure you influence them.
Wow, that's really good insight.
Yeah.
Jane, do you have anything to say about that?
Yeah, but what I would not suggest it is when you reach at campus and then you consider some stereotypes to choose friends, because out of the friends I had at campus, I had Muslim friends, I had Catholic friends who were very so good to me. I had people of different tribes. That was my life at campus. So choosing, I think, like what I said at the beginning, let your values, set your standard, then the right people will be attracted. Yes, but for me it would be too hard for me to choose people if I'd tried it on my own, to say let me choose, this one is brown, I think this one will work for me. So this one is a westerner, this one will work for me. They talk this about this tribe. I shouldn't, but I had good friends from different tribes. Depending on what, for me, the good thing for me was a quiet person at campus, but a serious one.
Okay.
So people would get attracted to me because of maybe my habits, but the different friends I have, even after campus, the real people I still have, there are those people who chose me because of my values. Yes, it's not because of money, not because of what, it was values. Those are true friends I still have. Yes.
Because you chose them intention, or they chose you?
Yeah, most people chose me. Yes.
That was good experience. Barbara,
now for me, like the saying goes that birds of a feather flock together. Yes, at the start, I made friends from class strictly and I stuck with them, but eventually I made other friends, other cliques from back at that time I was still in the Catholic Church. So I met friends from the Catholic community, and then I met other friends from like high school. So after that I made other groups of friends, and it is true, it's important to look for choose your friends wisely, because now those other cliques, they influenced me negatively. Yeah, because sometimes we used to go to the beach for a long time, and then I would find myself not finishing the work or the courseworks in time, and panicking on Monday morning because I was a day student. So sometimes I would not give my research all my time because of those other groups. Now, unlike Jen, me, I never set my values straight. So much as I had these people whom I was studying with, whom I kept tabs with, and would do the same things at the same time. Now, because I had not set my targets well, my values well, now those other groups that I met later influenced me negatively. And at some point, I found myself lagging behind and I had to catch up. And then sometimes I would find myself panicking towards exam time, because time came when I wasted some bit more time. Yeah. So the friends you choose, whether you know it or not, they will influence you in one way or another. Yes.
So we should choose those friends wisely, and friends that add something on us. Because me, I remember my first year at campus, I was like, who is the wise one? I want the wise people. Okay, I know myself, I get lazy sometimes. So I knew I needed a group of people that I know that they will always have coursework. You know, they'll always be in class. So I also picked those kind of friends with me. But I also believe that a mistake I made was to, like, as Jen has said, that she made friends from different categories of life, you know, from different areas. But me, I think that one error I made was making friends in a specific group, you know. Like the people I go to church with were my friends. So if you don't go to church with me, like, I don't know you, you know. I could go to campus and like, hi, but I'm like, hey, do you go to church with me? No. Okay, you know. and which is really not a good thing.
Mm.
Because right now we meet those people that we used to go to class with, but we weren't friends. And at that time, you like, if at least I had adjusted a bit, this person could have been helping me here or there. So I also believe that we should make friends like intentionally, and also we shouldn't like segregate or leave people behind. But again, as we don't leave them behind, let's pick the right people. Okay, to the audience right there, hope you have learned a lot from that, because friends are really important. Because I remember our pastor used to say that at campus it's not only about studying, it's also about making friends, because those friends like are the connections you build at campus. Okay, without wasting so much time on that, I want us to go to the next question. And here I want to ask, like, which one mistake you made at campus, one mistake like this that affected your after graduation?
One mistake I made from campus was not budgeting well and learning financial discipline. Now, because money was given to me on a silver platter, I would call my dad, then I would call my mom, then here and there. Yes, so I would get a something. I would have money here and there, and I knew how to play it, how to spend it. Then I would sometimes I would lie and then get some more, or I would create things that are not there and also get some more. Yeah. So, but that came to affect me later, because now when you're on your own, when you start living on your own, it's important to have financial discipline and plan for your own money. So I struggled when I would get money. I struggled to plan for it, and then I would spend it faster. It would get done before the month, or sometimes I became a spendthrift along the way, and I would buy impulsively, buy this, buy that, and then you find yourself, you're in a house, you have so many clothes, so many shoes, and you look at some things and you're like, when did I buy this? You don't even remember some clothes that you bought them, and you can't even use them. And you're like, I bought this, and you have no occasion. Well, I'm like, when will I ever wear this? And you have no money, but you have a house full of material things, the bags are there. And it's really affected me. So that's, I had to pay a price to learn. I had to get back on board and learn to manage my money, to learn to spend, and I also get discipline of tithing and all of those things. But it was painful. It was a very painful lesson. But I had to learn to keep going.
Okay.
Yes,
I hope you learned.
I learned. I learned.
Oh, Chris.
Yes. Yeah, I also learned that. But one mistake I did at campus that really affected me after campus is undermining the value of relationships. So when I was at campus as a class rep, so I had connections to lecturers, offices. I could go into any office. And this I learned very late, that those would in turn be the connections I need after campus. You get? So I would only interact with lecturers on academic basis. Nothing like building a relationship with the lecturers or associations. While we were at campus, we had a lot of associations with Google, Microsoft. I didn't join these associations. Now after campus, I wanted to join these associations, but then I discovered they are for campuses. But I saw my friends who are part of those associations after campus. Yeah. Now they were going to different countries to represent the associations. And now I'm looking for connections in those associations. So I learned the hard way that, connections are not built in family alone, but also among your friends. And just like you said, that we do not come to campus only to study, but also to make friends, to build relationships. Those relationships, not just your colleagues, but everyone you meet at campus, lecturers, associations, wherever, fellowship, you need those connections. Yeah, so I learned it the hard way, and I'm still learning.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, Jen.
So to me, a mistake I feel like I made, it was not me. realizing where I'm coming from, how. I joined campus, I'm on government, so I'm getting that allowance. But then, the mistake I made was not to plan for my life after campus. What do I mean? I did not bridge the gap between the academics and maybe the life outside campus. Maybe after campus, I realized maybe there is a business I started, a crocheting. And then I used to see girls doing crochet at campus, and they were making money out of us. So after campus, I started this crocheting, and still the same people I was targeting were campusers. So then I started blaming myself. I wish I'd started this early. I had a market inside the campus. So actually, when I was thinking about it some time back, I don't know the person I was sharing with, but I said, no, I shouldn't blame myself. Maybe it was God's plan. But if I'd started a business all at campus, like crocheting, there are those simple businesses you can do on still what I'm doing after campus. I would maybe have earned, then I save for my life after campus. Because after campus, trust in me,
This is getting real.
no, at least maybe to people who are getting money from their parents. Even after campus, it may find you when you have paid like 4 months. Because I had friends, after campus, parents kept on paying for them for like 6 months, 4 months. Now for me, I had no support from them because they knew it was government paying for me everything, food, allowance, who could cater for me. Then also some little money from sisters. But if I would have started maybe my business all at campus, maybe I would be better after campus. Maybe even the brand maybe would be bigger now. But after campus, that is when I started another fresh life.
From scratch.
But God helped me still. He placed me somewhere I was earning money for rent. But that was my biggest mistake I did.
Oh, like to add on what you have just said, like I also made that same mistake. Like I swear, like we prepare ourselves when we are going to campus. You guys, I tell you, me, I started saving money in Form 6 for campus. For campus. Wow. You hear? For campus, because I wanted to be this cool kid.
And you were.
Hey.
This cool kid. Because my first, you guys. So, no one prepares for after campus.
You know, I wish there were mentorship programs for campuses. But nobody tells anyone
and
anything.
Also, there is our minds get stuck over how. Because the way I prepared for campus, like I bet and I wish I prepared the same way for after campus.
The shock.
Because like I reached campus, things are working out, things are well, but then after, because you don't know tomorrow. Campus is really full of things that you're not really expecting, just like out of the blue, this and this is done. Now you are on your own, now you have to struggle through things. Then I started working. So starting working, I worked, but then I reached and I was like, I need to quit this job. Ask me for the reason. What? The reason, because me, I'm tired of being the only one going to work while my friends are here enjoying campus.
What? Is that even a reason?
I tell you the errors we make at campus. And immediately after graduation, I had to look for a job.
So you quit?
Yes. I quit and spent the rest of the semesters without working, also enjoying the summer. But I had a lot of things on my head. I had a lot of bills to clear, and I'm not working. So things became tough because I didn't think about it as I was quitting, So now God has helped me through it. Now I've graduated. So now I have to look for a job. Then I'd be like, I wish I didn't quit. I could still have my job and things would go smooth, and everything is working out. So right now we should really watch our decisions, the decisions we make. Sometimes we make, let me say, how do they call it? Like decisions as Steiner guidance.
Yes.
Unguided
Unguided decisions. So we'll
You
consult.
just wake up and be like, yes, I've decided.
We act with
Free. I rule my life, my rules.
we act with emotions.
Yes.
Yeah, and we don't get guidance from and counseling from the people who are out there.
Because I imagine if I got a superior voice in that kind of decision, at least things would have been otherwise. Maybe.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's how things were. Okay, now I want us to go to our second last question. What skills do you think someone out there should learn? And also, do you believe that only the certificate, let me say we get like the degree, is all that I have to get for me to go and win the world? Jen.
So, have I understood the question well? But I will try. To me, what I realized after campus, the degree does not guarantee you
Anything.
Yes. No, that is the truth, guys.
Yes.
Because I realized, you see, Becky, when we at campus, most of the things we learn, the courseworks we do, okay, there is some training we get from that, but the degree cannot determine your job. Okay, it shouldn't be a guarantee that if you have a degree, you should get a job direct. Yes, that is to my thought. But I think it is a mindset we already have, that after campus, you should go straight to a job or you should get a job. And for me, what I realized after campus, sometimes it may be a connection that will even determine your job. It may be the circle you're in. But to me, I feel if we could study to get skills like communication, skills like maybe like business skills, okay, skills that can put you in the world to work.
Like the skills you can survive on even without representing the degree.
Without representing the degree. Because the degree is a, okay, I was going to say it is a paper. Without skills, it is a paper. Yes. Because currently, when I see how it is very easy in the world to live, to become rich without a degree. That's what a degree helps us. It gives us like some essential backup. How should I behave when I'm with a certain people? How should I behave when I'm in a corporate world? So that is what I think to me.
Okay, Barbara.
I really think, yes, there are some skills that are important in life. Now, like she talks about communication skills. So a degree, yes, is a paper, but if you don't have those skills, even a degree, those skills are the ones that market your degree. Communication skills, being tech savvy, knowing computer skills, agility, knowing how to do work quickly, being solution oriented, being like a person who looks for solutions, problem solving skills. Those are the things that sell a person. When you have those skills, sometimes people don't even ask for your documents. Someone will give you a job because you're quick, you're solution oriented, you know how to communicate, you know how to set reminders, you're quick, agility, you know how to multitask, those things, they add value to the degree. But a degree alone, no one will want to look at it. You just look at it once and they throw those things away. But it's important to have all of these other skills because they're the ones that actually do the marketing. But it's so unfortunate that at university, in tertiary institutions in Uganda, the focus is never on those skills. No one focuses on them, on skills and art and all of those things. But yet they're the ones that are more meaningful out here in the world. It's so sad that they don't focus on them.
Wow. So it's like we are like we go to universities for paperwork.
So now students, those who still have a chance who are going, they should develop those skills. Not just focus on what their professors are telling them, but they should also find time to develop
research.
That's me. I have good research skills, I can do this, I can do that, because those are the things that will sell you out there, not your degree.
Wow, thank you. Chris.
Yes, You know, from what my colleagues have said, there's a sad truth I saw when we were after graduation, after campus. There's a friend of mine, he got a first class. And in that time, I posted a job. It was of about 300,000. Now, he inboxes me and he's like, how can I get this job? But he had a first class degree. It occurred to me after campus that academics contributes only just about 30 or 40% of your life after campus. And I remember a lecturer telling us at campus that the things we were learning in probability and statistics, mathematics, it being a very hard subject, that the things we were learning, even someone from Bachelor of Arts in Arts would, at the workplace, do what we were studying. I were not any special because we are doing something difficult. But what makes you special are the skills you attach on the degree. But the most important skill I learned is people skills. People skills. I learned that you need people more than you need academic papers. Someone said if you still buy everything with money, you're broke. You need to get to a point where people can buy you, can give you things for free. Because people, if you have people with you, you can achieve more than what you can achieve just because you have money alone. So people, relationships take you further than academics will take you. Offices, you go to an office with your first class degree, you apply for a job, and the secretary with a second lower dumps your papers in a dustbin. Yeah, they dump your papers in a dustbin. And someone with connections, actually nowadays people have a saying that the early bird catches the worm. But then
They changed it to
they changed it to the bird that has connections left with the worm. So yeah, so people skills, building relationships with people, and learning how to work with people. Because let's be frank, money is not in books. Money is in people's pockets. If you need the money, you're not going to get it from reading books or from studying in lectures. You're going to get that money from people's pockets. That's why you need to learn to be able to deal with people from all various aspects of life.
Wow. Relationships is really a big deal here.
It's a big deal.
Yes, because as we go in this world, we need each other. We need people. You know, we came from campus with those slang, like those saying, like Sibet Setaga, you know, those things of slaying.
Independent.
Yeah, I'm independent. I can do it on my own, you know, but it does not work in the outside world, you know. You need no mwetaga or the mwetaga, like we need each other. Yeah, like one by one until the band. I didn't want to say one by one makes a band, but it is coming now. Okay, so here, hope you have heard what my colleagues are saying here. They're like, we need relationships as we go out there. So those connections you make while you're still at campus, value them, keep them, like water them, you know. Omanyine relationships, ziringa plants. They need to be watered each and every time. And also, I want to go to my last question. My last question says that mwogera ki ku kigambo okunyoma emirimu? Okunyoma emirimu. Like campusers out there, like let me say a campuser has graduated, afulumi outside, there is like the job that Jayasomela is not there at that time. So maybe there is something else they can do, but they're like, I cannot do that because I'm a graduate. Chris, what do you say about that?
What do I say about that? The first thing that I always think about when it comes to getting a job is the kind of time I have after that job. Any job per se, let me use myself as an example. I'm a computer scientist. And our jobs are not, you don't get a job because of your academic qualifications. It's your skills that get you the job. There are very many people that are doing software development, mobile app development, that have never stepped into a computer science class or software engineering class. So, but it doesn't mean that because it's what I studied at campus, it's what I should do. So what I put at the forefront of everything is the time I have after my 9 to 5, you get. The time that I have, you get, is time I'm going to use to build my academic skills. I remember my first employer was a veterinary doctor by profession, but he was employing me in a computer field, you get, an IT field. And I sat him down once and I asked him, so what are you doing with your medical documents? And he told me, I don't practice medicine, but occasionally I go back, retrain myself, I attend conferences, I still build connections in that field, such that any day I am not able to continue with this, I have something to fall back to. So if you can, you don't have to undermine a job. If that job allows you to build, to continue building onto the academic background you have. For example, if I'm to go work as a cameraman during the, but after that I still have time to go back and hone my skills in computer science, I will do that job. It can sustain me, but my skills are also still developing. Yeah, so I think that's what I can say.
Jen, what's your view?
So to my view, okay, my view about the work, it would, to me, it would depend on which type of work. Me, I love to do work. I'm a very active woman, I know. I am very. But I cannot do every work. Every work in Kampala I cannot. Because for me what I do, I weigh the risks of a certain work. Because I remember after campus, we tried applying. You see, in Kampala, the first jobs that are open, you see people are graduating, but there are evil, I can say evil jobs that are also open. Whereby now, companies,
Specify evil.
okay, like, what can I say, like, bad companies. Okay, like businesses that are ready to manipulate campuses because they know that after graduating, everyone is ready to do any work. So also some such companies are also ready to manipulate someone, to manipulate campuses. Yeah, so for me what I did, nali sinyoma mirimu, but I was so keen on where I should apply. Yes, because I remember there is a story I gave sometime, there is a time I survived, I can call it like sexual harassment from a certain company. Yes, you have to be keen when you're applying, when you're called to do the interview, be sure that the door you're entering in, you can easily escape. Yes, so currently, as we are advising people not to undermine job, but people also should be ready and know that outside there, people are waiting to manipulate you, people are waiting to use you and dump you. Most graduates now, most companies, by the way, there are many companies that are soon to start advertising jobs, but who are ready. To me, I would say someone should discern where to go. Yeah, don't undermine work, but be careful of where you're going. Yes, it is better. Actually, I would love also if I don't know if we shall talk about this graduation season, because these people still have time to prepare for after campus. Yes, they have time to prepare. Yeah, it is better for you after campus. You wait without a job than landing on a job that will make you hate other work. Yes, there is a job that can manipulate you and you hate everything concerning jobs. So it is better you wait from the start and be better at the end. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Barbara, what's your
My take on this question is that yeah, I will agree with the question. It's not good to despise jobs. Yeah. Anyway, let me just use the Bible verse. The Bible says that God blesses the works of our hands. Now, we live in a country where unemployment levels are very high, like they're skyrocketing. This country has the highest population here in this country is of the young people, the youth, people who are just graduating. We are the like 80% of this country. We are the young people who need jobs, like who need to work. Now, the available jobs, when you compare to those that when you compare the available the job market, the market pool, and then you compare with the young people that the universities and tertiary institutions are churning out, they don't tire. The jobs are so few. Universities are churning out so many, and then these people are competing for the very few. That's why she says that some people now the bad guys, that's how they come in to manipulate and use, because people are desperate. But now, instead of being desperate and going to be used, and then you fall under the hands of sexual harassment and all those bad things, if you know how to do something small, if you know how to bake pastries, if you know how to crochet, if you know how to clean carpets and houses, why not start a cleaning company? Why not crochet instead of falling in the hands of the bad guys? So those jobs looks like they're small, but it's from those small things that you rise and you grow. When you read, I've read lots of stories of people who have made it in life, biographies of people in the business world and all over, those who have flourished in every area they have been in. Everyone has to start somewhere. Even a house, there has to be a cornerstone, there has to be a foundation. You can't start work and you can't get a job when you're an entrant, a new person from university, and then you become a senior manager. Or no, even if you're in the US, no one can give you that job. What do you know? I mean, you have to grow through the ladders. Yeah. So even in the Bible, God would appoint, for example, like Joseph. David. He was so young when he was anointed to be king, but did he become king? No. Some around 15 years passed, 15 or something passed when he was into training. Like, even if they appoint you a pastor now, you may not get that job immediately. You have to be mentored, you have to be trained. So are these jobs. So if you despise a small job, how will you rise? How will you grow? You will never grow. So despising a job comes with pride behind it, and it gets you nowhere. But when you put in the discipline, the resilience, and then you grow something from the ground, you cannot fail to manage it when it grows. Now, for people who start from, some people are lucky maybe, but if you have no training and then you just land, maybe you win a lottery or you just land on a big job, those are people that fail companies. You reach there, you make mistakes, and the whole company is brought back down. Financial errors, money was siphoned out, things, It's important to grow from down up. Yeah, it's a skill, and even it's a principle even in the Bible from God. So it's very bad to despise jobs. When you despise jobs, you can't go far, because when you start from scratch, that's where the lessons are. That's where the lessons are. Then you grow with and learn, and then you're able to build big things. You can't build something big out of scratch. You must have taken the lessons. There is a lot that goes in the blood, the sweat, and the tears. All those are part of the process. For people who are making their money, who have earned their places, that's the process. There's no compromise. That's the whole process. So that's my take on this.
Well, thank you so much for that response.
And
Chris, yeah, what to add?
There is this particular Bible verse that says, "Do not despise the days of small beginnings." Good. So, starting from down, actually, knowledge comes through experience. Good. So, if you're not going, you cannot wake up and become a manager, like Barbara said. You cannot wake up and become a manager. How? David, after he was anointed king, he went under Saul for years, and then he became king at one point. Joseph went through prison, Potiphar's house, then he became a governor. Daniel also went through trainings. Everyone goes through trainings. So if you despise a job, you never know. No one hires someone they find lazing around. No one hires someone they find lazing around. They only hire people that are diligent. And why can your diligence be seen if you're not working? So small beginnings you can't despise.
Wow. I would like to add something. Yes. Also, one time I learned a lesson from a colleague. He told me that he doesn't give money to people who are begging. Someone comes and says, give me money, I want to start a business, I want to do something. He says, I can't give money to those people because they don't know what they want. Like someone just imagines in their head that they can do something. When you have not done something, you can't do it. The money will be wasted, they will cheat you, and it will all go. For him, he says he gives money. People who already have something small they are doing because they have built that discipline, they are learning through that process, and they know what it means to earn. But when people who are just there saying, give me, I'm going to do, oh my God, they are most likely to waste the resources because they have never done anything. Yeah, and I picked that lesson. When you support somebody that's already doing something, they have built discipline, they have put in the hours, they have put in, like, they are resilient. That person is more likely to put the money or any investment to good use than someone who has nothing. They will face one challenge and they will quit, throw everything and sell it off. So it's very bad to despise work, however small, because that's how we grow.
Yes. So as the audience, I hope you are listening and learning so much, because this knowledge in this room, it is just floating. And also, for what you have heard, please do not despise any beginning that you are making. Do not despise any job that you find, but just be cautious, be like discerning, know which is your tech and which is not. Like recently here, there are these people, they call them global
Alliance Global.
Yeah, like Super Life.
Life.
Those people, they come for campus, like yes, like immediately after graduation, you hear the phone, hello, there is a job opportunity, run here, So you have to also discern where to go and where not to go. And as Jen has told us, that be cautious of your life, because your life comes first. Because if you're dead, then who's going to work? So you should guide your life, guide your values also, and principles. Sometimes girls especially, we go for jobs, like you want a job, and then someone is like, hey, to give you a job, you have to first sleep with a manager. What are your values? That is what is going to keep you in the market. If my values is I'm getting the job authentically in the right way, of course, follow that. Do not compromise your values. And our episode, I think it has been so long, but thank you for keeping on. And as we finish the episode, I would like my guests here, to each and everyone, to give a closing remark to that person who is, because now we're in the period where some people are leaving, whereas some are coming. So I want you to give a final remark to those two groups of people. To the people who are coming, what would be your advice to them? And also the people who are graduating, going out in the world, what would be your advice to them? I'll start with you, Chris.
Yes, my advice is to both people. Life is a bit, there is a huge storm around life. Life is going to toss you to and fro. But the beauty about life is that they are what we call models, role models. They are people you can model after. So I encourage you, find someone who has succeeded in what you want to do. Try to make a relationship with that person, learn from them. The reason as why we make these models is because we step over their mistakes, and we pursue what enabled them achieve what they achieved. So I want you to understand that there is someone who has succeeded in whatever you're trying to do. So make them your model, and try to understand what enabled them to achieve what they achieved. So anything that you're failing at, You're failing at it because you do not have the knowledge you need to achieve the success you need. So find a model, attain the knowledge. Thank you. See you.
My advice to those who are coming in tertiary institutions is that you have not come to have fun and to relax and to play. Much as you're going to be having timetables and schedules and classwork, if you have any skill as a student that you know outside of the classwork, outside of what your professors will be giving you, don't abandon it. Don't abandon any skill that you have out there. If you know how to swim, if you know football, besides the classwork, the university work, continue. Go out and play football, go and crochet, go and plait hair, create time for whatever skill you have, because the world is changing. Not everyone can sit in an office. So yeah, academics are good, but let us also keep growing our skills that we have. If you can sing, if you're a dancer, create time for those skills and grow them too, because they may be the ones that may feed you before you get a job. And now for those who are leaving university, it's not too late. Find mentors. Before you get a job or before you go anywhere to work, first do something called due diligence. Find out about the company, find out who heads it, make phone calls, find out people who work there already and speak to them to avoid falling into some traps and getting sexually harassed. So don't act desperate. Even if you're in need of work, don't act desperate, and then find mentors and also focus on other skills. As you're applying for a job, also do something that you know. Work on something that you know. If you know how to do makeup, try and develop that skill. If you don't have money for renting your place, you can just go to someone who is already established and first get a job there and work as you hone your skills, as you make connections and as you get contacts before you start on your own. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Jen, your final remarks.
So my final remarks to those who are coming home, to those who are coming, like I said at the beginning, the mistake I did at campus was the gap. The gap that was between my academics and the reality after campus. So the advice I would give to this young person who is coming, who is joining campus, they should look out for what they can do, something that they can do. Yes, when we say something you can do, don't look for a job that will also limit you to attend classes. You have to study, you have to pass with flying colors. So look for something simple. An advice I would give: internet. At campus there is Wi-Fi. I don't know other campuses, but at Makere we had Wi-Fi. I think most campuses they do. So I would advise a young person who is coming up, use the internet wisely. At least after campus, I've earned from internet. So I would advise people to balance the academics and the outside world. Yeah. Don't only focus at books. And what amazes, someone can be at campus, you're in academics, but you're enjoying, like someone said, you're enjoying, you come back late from the bars, from the beach, but you cannot utilize that time for where you're earning from. Yeah, another person, it may not be specifically job, you can still utilize the free time to learn other skills. Yes, that is the advice I would give to campusers, to people who are coming. Yes, another advice I won't leave behind that I used to see with my fellows students. Guys, if you're getting some good money from your parents, utilize the 3 years, if your course is 3 years or 4 years, to save from that money. I know people who are paying a hostel of 2 million. I don't want someone to say maybe poor mindset. It is not poor mindset. I'm advising students, not corporate. To you, corporate, it can't be poor mindset. So use that moment. I know people who got businesses out of that money, but other people were spending in clothes, were spending in good rental. you're staying in a room of 2M, but at the end of the campus, you're struggling to also look for a job. How can I sleep in a room of 2M? Then at the end of campus, you're also among the people who are sleeping in 200 rental. For sure, we should work on that. If you know you're getting some good money, plan for that money. After the 3 years, you have a business outside. You will not be among people who are looking for a job. Then I want also to give a simple advice to people who are graduating soon. Okay, I'm focusing at Makanga because it is the mighty and it is the only university I know. So it is also an experience. During the graduation season, there is some money you get. I don't know, but for me, I got some money that I spent without even thinking of what next. But I got some good money from different people, from lecturers, from A-level teachers, from relatives. Yeah, you get gifts. You shall get cows, but now don't sell that cow to pay a rent. At least start something from that money. Yes, then outside campus, don't be on pressure. Look for the right people to advise you. Maybe people who have passed through the same life. Yes, also another thing I would do, maybe parents. I know there are some parents also who with you. Parents should stop putting their children on pressure after campus. Yes, but also an advice is don't give up. If you're just from a certain rental, if you're just from a certain work, don't be on pressure. Keep moving, keep resilient. Yes, that is it.
Wow.
Becky, lastly.
Thank you so much for all the...
Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, say something.
Yeah, what I'd forgotten to say is that those who are entering campus, please don't just study. Offer volunteer in workplaces. Just apply and say, I want to volunteer where you'd like. Look at places where you'd love to work and go and apply and say, I want to volunteer. Because if you get skills through volunteering and you market yourself through that, when people see that you're able to reason things, you're able to work, to give your knowledge, it may be for free at the beginning, but you leave a mark in people's minds. When you finish campus and you go back to those places, they can always give you a job. You don't struggle like someone whom they have never seen. So instead of spending time, I'm not saying don't go out, but find ways of volunteering in organizations where you want to be. Go, even if they're not paying you anything, don't look at the money. You're still young and a student. Volunteer, do the work, go out there, do this marketing, computer work, all of this work. Do it, because that's how it becomes easy for you after to find employment. But when you just walk into offices, they don't know you. They've never seen your work ethic. They don't know. It will be hard for you to get a job. Yeah. But when you apply for a job and they remember you, they know that this person was here volunteering, it gives you a good head start on getting a job. So go to these places, go out there and offer your services. You don't have to just go. Or if you're available anytime you're there, go in those places and just help. And don't look at the money part alone, but you'll be building yourself and then making a mark in the market already. That's what I wanted to add. Thank you.
Well, welcome. Thank you so much. Having heard from all the guests that are here, their final remark is really touching and it's reaching the heart. So if you out there and listening, if you have listened to each and everyone's advice, it really has. You may not take it all, but at least choose a sentence, choose a word that has worked for you. And to those who are joining campus, like, be keen, like, watch out as you join campus. Mind the friends you make, mind the groups you work with, mind the expenses you make. Just be accountable and be calculative and also accountable for everything that you do. And to the people that are leaving campuses, the graduates, congra. I want to congratulate you for having won that milestone, because for sure it is also not easy. Not everyone who joined has graduated like you have done. So as you're going out, that same consistency that you've had, please keep it on, go with it even in the world. Like, keep doing what you have been doing. And as you, like, you in the world, like, add on your skill, just like how my guests have been telling us. Don't just sit, do something. If at all there is a skill you have, do not wait for jobs to come, because they may not surface, but keep doing what you do and also keep hoping. Otherwise, I love you so much. I remain Rebecca Wenz Nasuna, your host for the Fine Show. And do not forget to follow me on my socials, and that is Becky Wenz Nasuna on Instagram, Becky Wenz Nasuna on Twitter, and Define the 3 on TikTok. I love you so much. Bye bye.